Okay, so we have this conjunction here, and we want to make a truth value table. When you make a truth value table, what you really want to do is you want to look at the last part. Um, and the last part is going to be this actual conjunction. So the last column is going to be P and not P or Q. Now, in order to get this, let's take this apart piece by piece and work backwards. So this is our last column. What we also need to get is we need to get, I don't need parentheses for that, we need not P or Q. Now, in order to get this, we need to know what not P is. We need to know then what Q and P are. So now I have my different columns here. A little bit crooked. And I can figure out what the truth value is going to be for all of these based off of this table. So remember, we start now with P and Q, and we consider these as different combinations. Anything's possible. The way I like to think about it when you have these two events is we have heads or tails of a coin. It could be heads, it could be tails, or it could be tails, it could be heads, it could be heads, heads. So we want to write out every combination. So with P, it could be true, it could be false, and Q could be true or false. And now from these four rows, I have the four different combinations: true, 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 false, false, true, and false, false. Not P is going to be just the negation of P. So whatever P is, it's the opposite. So if P is true, then not P is false. It's sort of like saying P is I'm wearing a blue shirt. If that's true, then the negation I'm not wearing a blue shirt is going to be false. So we take the P values and we just make them the opposite. So we have not P. Now we want to look at not P or Q. Well, remember, whenever we have a disjunction, the true value is always going to override. So we have true or false, which is true. False or false, that's just going to be false. And then the rest are true, true, and false, true. So both of them have a true value. So we make it true. And finally, we can look at just this last column here and the p-value, the first column. We could pretty much ignore these middle two columns. They were just used to get to this this fourth column here. So we look at P and this last column. We have true and true, so that's going to be true, with a conjunction of false overrides. So if we have true and false, that's false. If we have false and true, still false. And finally false and true, which is again false. And this is our completed truth value table.